Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 23, your favorite sports show going. It's Highly Opinionated. I'm your co-host, Josh, the best co-host in the game. What's going on, my brother, Tim?
Hey, what's up with you, brother?
It's a good week for you. I can see around your neck, my man. Everything good with you?
Everything good, baby.
You know, oh,
We
my
we
bad.
no, you good. We on a business trip, so I had to dress up for the occasion, Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So we gotta get a little dress for the Super Bowl. This is my they call me Tino Brown for the day. I'm Tino Brown today.
Tino, the turtleneck, the sports jacket. Oh my God, the man is on his way to New Orleans, ladies and
On the
gentlemen.
way.
He is flying down there as we speak. The best producer, the best Mr. Everything in the game. What's up, Ross? What's going on, brother?
What's good, Josh? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. How you?
I'm good. I can't complain either. I'm definitely ready to get this show started. What I was about to say is Tim don't really gotta say much. His outfit speak for itself. So as much as I am a Ravens fan, I am happy for my compadre and the Eagles, and I am rooting for the Eagles. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely excited to hear Tim and y'all talk about these games and the Eagles.
Absolutely, man. Well deserved, man. Ross, you are the best, brother. Along with Tim. You can see the smile on Tim's face. Tim ready to get the episode going. Before we get the episode going, let's thank everybody for watching last week's show. We appreciate you tuning in and watching this week's show. Again, we aim to be the best sports show out. We appreciate all comments. We appreciate all likes. We appreciate all subscriptions to the show. We're just trying to get better and better, and again, be the best sports show that you watch. Ross, let them know where they can follow us at on social.
Of course. You can follow us on Instagram at highly opinionated __ and follow us on X at highly O_SS. And of course, y'all already on YouTube. So go ahead and like, subscribe, leave a comment. One of my favorite things is checking my email or checking the highly opinion email and just seeing that subscription or that comment that somebody left a comment under the YouTube video. So I'll just keep on going at it.
Absolutely. Tim, before you take that flight to Louisiana, you ready to get this episode 23 started?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Let's get it, bro. We got a jam-packed show for him. Let's get it started. Let's start with our recap of Conference Championship Week. Starting off with obviously the games in order. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Philadelphia wins the NFC. They beat the Commanders 55-23. Jalen Hurts, 20 of 28, 246 yards, 1 touchdown. He added 16 yards on the ground, 3 rushing touchdowns. Saquon Barkley, 15 attempts, 118 yards, 3 touchdowns. A.J. Brown, 6 catches, 96 yards, 1 touchdown. Looking like the best receiver in the league. Ain't that right, my brother?
Yeah.
Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. Offense showed up. Defense showed up. They balled out. They played well. And they are on their way to Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Yeah, man. The way the game started, man, Washington drove down, got the field goal, then Saquon broke that run. I feel like it really set the tone for us. And then, like, the defense forcing them turnovers, like, yo, that defense very impressive. I heard somebody say it remind them of the Legion of Boom. And I can see why they say it, the way they create turnovers and things of that nature. They got, on every level, they have a pretty much dominant play on each level of the defense. And, man, I was happy to watch the game. I think Daniels played pretty well. The turnovers really doomed them, though. Like, they really could. They really – I'm not going to say they couldn't get out their own way because them punch-outs, like, you remember back in the day, it was really just Peanut Tillman doing that punch.
Now everybody doing it.
Everybody doing it, and it's like they master it because that ball coming out with ease. So, shout out Philly, man. Shout out Hurts, man. He passed the ball this week like I figured they would. But shout out to the Commanders too, man. They had a great season, and I don't think this was a letdown in a way. I think they just played a better team, more experienced team at the time, and you know what I'm saying, took one on the chin. But hey, fly Eagles fly.
Absolutely. Fly Eagles fly. The Eagles draft well. I'm gonna give a shout out to Quavion Mitchell. You call him what you call him?
Oh, Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, that's what Terry McLaurin felt. He was with Terry McLaurin 3 times in the game. He allowed 1 catch, 7 yards, and 1 pick. And then he mocked his celebration dance at the end after the interception. So yeah, this Philadelphia team, they drafted well. Cooper DeJean.
Yeah.
Mitchell. So they draft well. They signed well, signed good free agents and Becton, Obviously, Saquon. So they added to this team well and made this team a juggernaut. The Commander season, like you said, definitely was a success. But they shouldn't hold their heads. They have no reason to hold their heads down. They went further than anybody thought that they could. I didn't think they'd beat Tampa. They not only beat Tampa, they beat Detroit. They were one game away from the NFC Championship game. Philadelphia was the better team. I think we all knew that going into the game. Even Commanders fans knew. We had Justin on the show last week. He said that he thought Philly was going to win the game. So congratulations to the Eagles. And again, they advanced to Super Bowl 59, where they will face a familiar foe. The Kansas City Chiefs advanced to the Super Bowl. They defeat Buffalo at home 32-29. Felt like it was a great game. Josh Allen, 22 of 34, 237 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. James Cook, 85 yards on the grounds, 2 touchdowns. Mac Hollins, 3 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown pass. Patrick Mahomes was Patrick Mahomes was 18 of 26, 245 yards, 1 touchdown. He had the 43 yards on the ground, 2 rushing touchdowns. Kareem Hunt, 64 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 85 yards, 6 catches, and 1 touchdown. Great game. Classic of a game, came down to the end. Buffalo had their opportunities on 3rd and 4th down. They didn't seize it. Kansas City, in order to beat Kansas City, you have to seize the moment. Buffalo didn't seize the moment on 3rd and 4th down. Kansas City did, offensively and defensively, which propelled Kansas City to go to the Super Bowl. And they advanced to Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans, where they faced the Philadelphia Eagles, and they're going for their 3rd straight Super Bowl championship.
Yeah, man. Like I preach all the time, man. These type of games come down to who makes plays, who doesn't make plays, right? So it's 2 plays that came to mind that to me were game changing. I don't, you know what I'm saying? The first one was that Xavier Worthy so-called catch. I don't know how he got rewarded to catch on that. If anything, it looked like the Bills player had more possession, and when the ball hit the ground, it either should have been incomplete or Bills catch. Like Worthy didn't have that ball probably until like the last, after it came off the ground. So I don't know how that was a completion. Somebody please got to explain that to me. The second one, the 4th and 1 call with Josh Allen, it did look like he got over initially and then they pushed him back. And one ref marked it way ahead of the line. The other one had it back. I don't understand that neither. Me personally, I wouldn't even call it. Me personally, the play call they should have called was QB power. That QB sneak wasn't working all day. QB power, it gives him an option to hit a lane or go outside. That's why I like QB power. They ran it earlier in the game on 4. I think it was either 4th down. Yeah, it was on 4th down. Got the first down easily. So I don't. Those 2 calls charged in the game. Kincaid, the drop was huge. I think the drop was huge, of course, but I think so. I watched Coach JB's show because I like to see the breakdown, right? So nobody talked about number 63 on the Bills ain't touch his soul on the block. So we gonna show y'all the clip on this show, and he didn't touch his soul, and the protection was wrong. That's why he just had to throw the ball up, because if he had time, he could have threw the ball to Shakir in the flat, because Shakir went out in the flat. So it was actually a great play call. They just didn't block it correctly.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I agree with that. I'll take it a step further with that. The obviously 63 didn't block anybody. We get that, but the protection of the line, that's on the offensive line and the quarterback. Yeah, I know they want to blame the coaches and stuff like that, but no, that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. The quarterback, especially Josh Allen, you're a top 4 quarterback, whether you rank him 2, 3, or 4, wherever you have him. You got to make that protection. So I put that on the offensive line and the quarterback on that particular play, because you got the offensive lineman and the offensive line and the quarterback got to be on the same page. If you're not on the same page, you saw what happened. 68 let somebody through, never touched the soul. Josh Allen heaved a pass that, in my opinion, should have been caught, but that wasn't even the worst Dalton Kincaid play. To me, let's go back to when they went for it on 4th down, when you said they gave Josh Allen the first down, and then one rep said he had the first down. One said he didn't. Dalton Kincaid on 3rd down got the first down.
I thought so.
He was over the line. Nobody talks about that play. You watch that play again, he got a first down. So it never should even came down to 4th, and it shouldn't have came down to a tush push or quarterback draw, whatever you want to say, because he got the first down on 3rd down. So when you play the Chiefs, you have to beat them. Again,
For sure.
I'll obviously have this one of my takeaways. They're the Patriots. The thing I realized with Brady, you had to beat them. When we played y'all in the Super Bowl, the Eagles came out and attacked. They didn't sit back. They went out and attacked and said, we're going to take the game. Because the longer they had the Patriots in the game, the Patriots are going to win the game. And the last play, I know that you're going to say as an Eagles fan, didn't have a chance to catch it. But the last play was a Hail Mary. And the ball wasn't that far from Gronk catching the ball. So if you keep the Patriots in the game, they're going to be in the game because they have weaponry to stay in the game. That's the same thing with the Chiefs. They have the weaponry. They have the head coach, the defensive coordinator, the quarterback, the tight end, and the defense, Chris Jones. I should say defenders, Chris Jones, they'll stay in the game. So you got to put those guys away. Buffalo didn't. Kansas City found a way to put Buffalo away. And again, they advanced to Super Bowl 59 where they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Go ahead.
My last point, right? So this is why y'all get on my nerves, Ravens fans. So I seen a bunch of stuff. Ravens fans, right?
Ravens fans.
So I seen a bunch of stuff talking about Josh Allen didn't get it done. I hope he gets the same criticism as Lamar, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, they lost, right? But why should he get criticized? I just want y'all to listen to this, right? He is 0-4 against KC in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
But in those 4 games, the Bills have averaged 28 points, right? Allen has gone for 1,306 total yards, 11 touchdowns, and 1 interception. In them losses, the Bills have given up 38 points, 42 points, 27 points, and 32 points. So, from hearing those numbers, right?
Yeah.
Will we say that's all? Will we say that's the quarterback, or does it sound like the defense isn't stopping much or nothing?
I would say that majority of that is the defense not stopping nothing. I only give Josh Allen one. I felt like last year at home, that's a referendum against him. I give Lamar and Josh Allen the same thing. You play a home playoff game, you gotta win that. In my opinion, you should win the game.
I agree, but Diggs dropped the deep pass.
No. I give you that. Diggs dropped the pass. Now let me say this: Ravens fans could say Xavier Worthy. What's the guy? Fly was fumbled at the 1 yard line.
Okay,
they can say that. So. You're gonna have game. Hold on. Let me just say you're gonna have game changing plays. I get that. For me, I just try to keep it consistent. You have a home playoff game. You should win the home playoff game. You should try your best to win the home playoff game. And I hold that against Buffalo as I do against Baltimore. But let me say this one thing, because I think this is the real conversation that needs to be had. Be honest with you, we don't need to be talking about no quarterback in the AFC. Bro, Josh Allen can't beat Patrick Mahomes. Lamar Jackson can't beat Patrick Mahomes. Justin Herbert can't beat Patrick Mahomes. CJ Stroud can't beat Patrick Mahomes. Trevor Lawrence can't beat Patrick Mahomes. Bro, it's only one quarterback in the AFC that has beat him. His name is Joe Burrow. If you ain't talking about him, what are we talking about these other guys for? They haven't beat Mahomes. He's the only one that has beat them. None of them had if you want to go new school, Bo Nix, none of these guys have beat them. It's one guy dominating the AFC. One guy. Lamar. We like Herbert. Allen. They can't beat them in the playoffs. So it's no reason for me to criticize one. We need to criticize all these guys.
Right.
All of them making top dollar. Trevor Lawrence making top dollar. Lamar making top dollar. Herbert making top dollar. Allen making top dollar. We need to criticize them all. Let me get one more. I know he's old. Aaron Rodgers. The Jets brought Aaron Rodgers to New York to be like, okay, you can measure up to this guy. They can't even make the playoffs. So I'm saying like Tua's another one. You haven't beat Mahomes. You had a chance to beat him last year in the playoffs. You didn't beat him. So for me, man, listen, I think Mahomes is the creme de la creme. We did that. He's the best quarterback. He finds a way to win. Even if you don't think he's the best one with the abilities, he finds a way to win. But the rest of these other guys, other than Burrow, you got to beat this man. That's the name of the game.
No, I agree. But going to back to my point, Ravens fans, when y'all lose the game, y'all be scoring 10 points, 17 points.
20 points.
20 points. So I'm just saying it's a level, it's a reason he is not going to get as criticized because he's actually putting up points.
And every Buffalo, and again, I'm not, I try to stay out the I know you and the Ravens fans, y'all got a love Jones connection thing going on. I'm gonna give you this, and this will make it forever for you. Every time Josh Allen lose to Kansas City, other than the AFC Championship game where it got blown out, it was a close game. In my opinion, the Ravens in the Kansas City Chiefs AFC Championship game was decided in the first quarter when Kansas City got up 14-0. Buffalo and Kansas City ain't never have a game like that, other than the AFC Championship game where they got trounced at. Okay, fine, that's fine. But these other 3 games have been close. And Buffalo, you can make a case should have won these other 3 games. Bro, they lost a game in 13 seconds. I really don't think they got over that. Then last year they lost at home. And again, I told you, this is just me. If you have a home playoff game, you gotta win that. And then this one, I felt like Kincaid got the first down. They don't talk about that play. They're not going to talk about 60. You said 63 or 68? 63. He didn't block a soul. I see people now saying, well, Josh Allen could have threw it to Shakur. How the hell are you going to throw it to Shakur? The guy right here in his face. He had 2 guys running to his face. Come on, man. Like, no, that's not realistic. So, again, I love Josh. He's my MVP. I got nothing but respect for him. He played a great game. But Josh, Justin, Lamar, CJ, Trevor, Bo Nix, who else am I missing? Whoever you want to throw in there in the AFC, you got to beat this guy. Sure. You can't beat this guy. Essentially, what are we talking about?
Sure. No, I agree with that.
Tim, it's time for our weekly NFL takeaways, conference championship style. As always, my brother, you lead the floor. Let's give us your takeaways.
Hey man, y'all remember that song back in the day? Everybody get your roll on. I got a reverse for it. We got slow our roll, man. Slow our roll, man. Jaden Daniels is not the best quarterback in the NFC, man. We got to stop this. You know.
Thank you. Amen. Thank you.
Everybody in the media been saying this. You know, he's not, bro. He's not. He had a good to great rookie year, but he's not the best quarterback in the NFC. Like y'all forgetting about Baker, y'all forgetting Hurts, y'all forgetting Gardner better year. It's Stafford. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not the best quarterback.
Jalen, did you say Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Like, come on.
So like we gotta stop that. Like I feel like a lot of times people are just prisoners of the moment a little bit too much. Like we got, you know what I'm saying? He had a good to great year, but he's not the best in the NFC.
Can I say this? Can I say this further your point? So, ladies and gentlemen, I got a question. This is why my co-host the best in the game. I love this brother. So last year, was y'all saying CJ Stroud was a top 5 quarterback? Exactly. Stop playing, man. Yeah. Y'all know better. Look. We are not disrespecting Jaden Daniels, so don't come talking like that. What we're saying is he had 1 year. We're gonna put that in the 1 year category. If this man ball out next year, bro, we will say on this show, shit, he's a top 5 quarterback. Jaden Daniels, we'd love to have you on the show. Top 5 quarterback, but we need to see consistency. We can't judge it off 1 year. Y'all know how I am, especially y'all saw how I feel about Sam Darnold. He had 1 good to great year, which is this year. Let's see if he can do it again. That's all we're saying about Jaden Daniels. We think the brother's talented. We think he got next. We just want to see, does he have next?
Yep. My next one, man. I'm going to quote Omar for the Mariah, man. You come at the king, you better not miss, man. That goes for Kansas City. You play Kansas City. You got to be mistake-free. You can't, even the plays that because I'm not going to say the refs on their side, but it seems like the refs all lean. They lean that way. I'm not going to be that guy, but I feel like they get some calls that most teams don't get, right? So you have to beat them. It's no close nothing. You have to go in there and beat them. It's no, you know what I'm saying? You can't miss no opportunities. We can't miss the 4th down call. We can't miss that. You know what I'm saying? We can't miss the Kincaid catch. We can't miss none of that. You got to play almost a perfect game to beat them because they're not going to mess up themselves. The next one, man. I'm quoting a lot of people today, man. I'm going to quote T on this one, man. That's my quarterback, man. Hurts, man. Hurts can beat y'all passing, man. I know y'all thought that was the game plan. Make a pass, but he can pass. He can pass, man. And he did it before. That's why I was shocked. He was like, make him throw. Like, I wouldn't do that because throwing, you figure if you throw the ball, travel more than running the ball. So at least running the ball, you might get a mistake, right? Saquon might not get 2-3 yards. Passing the ball, I'm getting 8-9 a clip. You know what I'm saying? To me, I would rather them long drives than bomb shots to me. My last one. We got a Super Bowl rematch, man. I can't be more excited, man. I felt last time we was a call away. You know what I'm saying? I think they sprayed something on the field. I ain't gonna lie to you. My boys was talking about they was slipping all over the field.
Oh yeah, that was that Super Bowl in Arizona. Slip and slide.
Yeah, that was slip and slide, man. They went to Flair Field, but I'm personally going to New Orleans. I'm catching my flight. What's the day? Thursday. I'm checking the field from Sunday to Sunday, so I'll make sure everything good for y'all fellas. A clean surface. we good to go. But man, I can't ask for more. I wanted to play the Bills personally, y'all know that. But I would love a rematch. It's sweet joy getting some get back. So that's my
And to be the man, you gotta beat the man.
You gotta beat him.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta beat him. So yeah, you on it with that one for sure. Great takeaways as always, my brother. Let me get to my takeaways. My first takeaway, I was wrong. I had the Chiefs. I was wrong on the Chiefs. I said they weren't gonna make the AFC Championship game. They made 7 straight times, bro. Seven times they made the AFC Championship game. That's crazy. In a row. Said they was gonna lose to the Texans. Wasn't really that confident in that pick, but the Texans played a solid game. Could have been the game. Things didn't go their way. Whatever.
Yeah.
Definitely thought Buffalo was gonna beat them, and they had their chance and they didn't take it. So I was wrong on the Chiefs going for their 3rd straight Super Bowl championship. Very, very impressive. My next takeaway. If Jalen Hurts plays like how he did in the NFC Championship game in the Super Bowl, I think the Eagles fans will be very happy at the end of that game. Jalen Hurts to me is the wild card in the Super Bowl. His ability to throw the ball, his ability to be accurate, his ability to get those other guys involved. A.J. Brown had almost 100 yards in the NFC Championship game. So if you can unlock that along with Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, I like Jahan Dotson. You got Gainwell coming out the backfield along with Saquon. Jalen Hurts can run the ball. He gets 2 weeks to rest any injuries or nagging injuries that he has. So if Jalen Hurts can play like he did in the NFC Championship game, well, I would take a step back. If he plays like how he played in the Super Bowl a couple years ago, when he was the best quarterback on the field, and that obviously included Patrick Mahomes, then the Eagles will like their chances at the end of Super Bowl Sunday. My next takeaway, great season for the Commanders. They went further than what I thought they would. As I said, when we talked about the game, they shouldn't hold their heads down. Jaden Daniels, like I said, brother, you got next. Now, having next could be some ups and downs in having next, but I definitely think he got next. He played well. Dan Quinn, leader of men. I bet you Dallas wish they would have kept Dan Quinn. And the general manager, Adam Peters, that came from the San Francisco 49ers organization, they put together a great team. They got a lot of cap space. They got their draft picks. So let's see what they do during the offseason to improve this roster. A great start and great year for the Washington Commanders. My last takeaway, the Bills, man, they just cursed. They just can't. They've been cursed for a while, man. They just can't. They've been cursed. They just cursed. They can't. They get into these games and they play well. And you think they should win the game and find a way they're gonna win, and just for whatever reason they can't win the game. Let's go back to Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Andre Reed, Bruce Smith, Marv Levy. Bill Polian was the general manager, architect of that team. Got to the Super Bowl 4 straight times. Lost to Dallas twice. Lost to Washington. Lost to Dallas twice, Washington, and who am I forgetting?
They ain't played Denver, did they? I don't think they played Denver.
No, they lost to the Giants. They lost to all NFC East. They lost to the Giants on the missed kick, Scott Norwood. They lost to the Cowboys twice, and then they lost to the Washington, the Redskins at the time, but the Commanders now. They had opportunities in those games, couldn't seize the moment. And then this generation, again, I never thought they got over the 13 seconds at Kansas City in the divisional round a couple years ago. The year after that, they lost to Cincinnati in the divisional round with Joe Burrow when Joe Burrow came in there and beat them. And then last year, they lost in the divisional round at home to the Chiefs. And then this year, they lose in the conference championship to the Chiefs. So I just think the Buffalo Bills are cursed, have great talent, great coaching, but they just can't get over that notch, can't go over that step to get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Highly Opinionated. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of Highly Opinionated is sponsored by Wolves of War. In some of the episodes, you can see my co-host and Ross wearing a brand called Wolves of War. Wolves of War is our first sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, and we are so thankful to have those guys sponsoring Highly Opinionated. Thank you very much. The actual meaning of Wolves of War is that it represents having a strong path behind you through the battles of life. With the right people behind you, you can get through anything. You guys see the link for Wolves of War? Make sure you guys click on the link, shop, great apparels, t-shirts, sweatsuits, whatever you want, they have. Once again, Wolves of War. Make sure you guys go shop. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Highly Opinionated. As you can see, we have a special guest. The man, the myth, the legend. This guy, used to play basketball with him. He taught me how to play. He didn't teach me how to play basketball, but in playing basketball, he taught me how to read the game, how to look at football through a different lens. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the incredible, the one and only, Ivan Mitchell. Let's welcome Ivan to Highly Opinionated. Welcome to the show, bro. What's going on, Ivan?
Yeah, good. How's everybody doing? Glad y'all can have me on the show, man.
We glad that you could be on, man. We thank you for coming on. Thank you for giving us some of your time through this busy day. So we appreciate it, man. And thank you for joining us.
For sure. I know it's been a long time. We've been trying to get on this show for a while, but life happens. But we're here now, so let's make it work.
Absolutely. And again, as we say to every guest, brother, you are more than welcome to come back. You just say the word and you got it. You know
Absolutely.
it. So obviously want to thank you for coming on. Again, let me thank you again for coming on. But I want to give you the floor just to let our audience know about you. So whatever the audience want to know about you, just let them know.
Yeah, sure. My name's Ivan Mitchell. I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm currently residing in Charlotte, North Carolina. If we're going from the bottom up approach, play high school football, basketball, baseball at Milford Mill Academy in Baltimore. Graduated 2009. Got a football scholarship for Lincoln University Division II, which is in the CIAA HBCU conference. Had a scholarship there. Also earned a walk-on baseball scholarship there. After I walked on a year later, I got a baseball scholarship. So that just that set the tone for a lot of things, and that's what grew my love for baseball a little bit more, along with football. From there, after that, graduated. Did not make it to the NFL. Wasn't that good yet, y'all. I was okay, but not that good. But after that, tried to play a little bit of amateur, if you would call it, arena football. And that's where my career took the turn. I tore my ACL. First injury ever in my life was a torn ACL. Then from there, scaled it back, went back home to Milford, was able to give back, coaching at Milford from 2013 to 2023. So a good 10 years of my life, I gave back coaching Milford Mill Academy, JV and varsity levels, and also coaching baseball there, assistant coach and a head coach also at Milford Mill Academy, along with a semi-pro baseball team, which is the Maryland Hawks.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Tim.
Hey, so look, so I know me and Ivan, me and Ivan was teammates on that arena team. So I was there when he actually tore his ACL. So the crazy thing about playing arena with Ivan, like Ivan is a crazy competitor, right? So like we both got a mutual friend, right? I'm not gonna say his name. So he always used to try to put me and Ivan together for some reason. And I felt like, man, Ivan, like I didn't really know, like, so I didn't really know Ivan, you feel me? Like I ain't know him like that, right? So like it wasn't like no beef, but I always feel like when I seen Ivan, it was like competition, like, and that's why I respect Ivan to this day, because it was like that mutual friend be like, yo, Tim, Ivan better than you. And I'm like, yo, stop playing, yo, come on, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he kind of like made me like, not dislike Ivan, but like, all right, yo, I gotta show you why I'm better than Ivan. And I'm sure vice versa, because he know that from mutual friend how he was. But I gotta give Ivan his flowers, bro. He probably one of Milford Mill's finest, bro. Like when I went to the school, one of the reasons why I went, Ivan don't know this, I seen him and Cheese highlight tape. And I was like, based on how they use him and Cheese, I'm like, I'm the same, I'm similar. I'm a little bigger than Ivan, but I'm like the similar mold, and I can see how they use both of them. I was like, it'd be a great fit over there. But unfortunately for me, the quarterback, the whole team that was with y'all, wasn't the team I had. So that was unfortunate. But like I said, Milford Mill's finest. The boy earned a baseball scholarship, at the football scholarship. So I just want to give you your flowers personally, because you're a dog, bro. Like that's hard to do. Yeah. Just to get one scholarship is hard to do. So I just want to give you your flowers.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate it, bro. Like you said, through that mutual friend, it wasn't like a hate beef, but everybody gotta have that inner dog to be like, you always gotta be better than the next person. Like even if they on your team, you learn that in college too. Sometimes when you go offense versus defense don't like each other.
Right.
On game day, y'all might come together, but during practice, y'all trying to demolish each other. And like I said, it was that competition, but it was also fueled to at a bigger cost. So even though we're trying to prove who's better and who's doing better than what in what position in what sport, at the end of the day, we all play under that one umbrella, which was Milford at that time, to try to make Milford a better program. So like I said, I can't really look back and see, like, I don't think I got that, like, I really can't stand you mentality until like college, when you can bring in people from other states. And it's not like your people that's from back home where you can
Gotcha.
relate to. You competing with like the Florida boys and all this like that, and everybody got their clicks. But I mean, it definitely was that healthy competition that you needed to get you to that next level. So I definitely appreciate it, and we'll give you your flowers too, because I'm like I said, you ain't just come there and do nothing. You came there and did what you were supposed to do and tried to fit the mold. And like you said, everybody's situation will be different, whether it's coaching, player personnel, anything like that. You still did what you had to do and keep excelling, and you still here today. So that's
Right.
the biggest thing.
So my next question for you, Ivan, is listen to you. Obviously, had a good career. Milford played football, played baseball. If you had the choice, you had one choice to go pro, and you couldn't make it in either or, which one would it been? Baseball or the NFL?
Baseball.
Okay, so
baseball.
All right, so let's take out the money, because obviously they're giving out the crazy money, $700 million deal. So obviously I get that point of it. But what other than the money, what drew you to the game of baseball?
Yeah, other than it was the patience that you had to learn to play that game. So it was a slow-paced game. It wasn't highlight friendly, which a lot of the urban community right now want to play certain sports for the highlights and the ESPNs and stuff like that. But it taught me patience. It taught me the love for the game, to be able to sit back and relax and let the game come to you. Also, like you said, it's not the money, but also the skill level is not that. It's not easy to play baseball. Like most people, you talk to most people like, I get up there, I hit a home run, or I get out to you up there, and there's a whole nother ball game.
That ball coming back, that 95-mile-an-hour fastball, bro, that thing coming. That thing is coming.
Skill set. It's a whole different skill set. And so as I grew to love baseball, it was different skill sets that I had to learn and teach myself at the cages and going through trainers and stuff like that to be able to like learn. So crazy story is, one of the craziest things about baseball is your foot placement, a lot of feet placement. If you notice, a lot of African Americans walk with their feet pointed out or pointed in. Mm-hmm. So one of the first things my college baseball coach always said was, like, I'm not trying to be racist, but why do all urban or minority people don't walk straight, like your feet straight? Like, why sometimes if you walk, your feet is going this way or your feet is going this way? And he said that has a lot to do with your placement in the batter's box and how you set yourself up. And I'm looking, and bro, I lied to you. Ever since that day, I think that's what corrected me just walking with my feet straight, because I do not. And I notice it now, like, why are your feet, or why people walking like that? So it's the little things like that. Like, even when you get in a routine, ground ball and stuff like that, that really makes that change. So it's the little details that you have to pay attention to, which I think you can relate to, like your career field and stuff like that. It's always the little details that people skip over or don't pay attention to that gravitates and make you better, to give you that edge. I'm not going to say better, but it gives you that edge over the competition.
I was just telling my basketball team that the other day about the little things, the little tangible things that y'all just not doing well. That's why we're in this losing streak right now. But all right. So I graduated from Milford, but I claimed 2 schools just because I went to one school longer. So I'm a Milford/St. Paul alum, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you 2 Milford questions, right? So the first one, you played on the basketball team 09, right? 09, right? Y'all lost the Lake.
You lost the Lake. God, that's still me. That's still me. I'm not even a guy, but
buzzer beater, right? Zay Mr. Buzzer beater, right?
Zay Mr. Buzzer beater, but it was the foul calls before that when they gave Will the foul, get him the free throw line, get him the lead. It was crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all team versus the 10 team, who wins?
Us.
So, hey, for the audience, the 10 team went to the championship. They won states, they won counties as well,
and they ran it up. I think they went back to back.
Yeah. So
I know. I got a few close homeboys on that 2010, 2011.
So you know what I'm giving us over them?
Yeah, go ahead.
What?
That competitive edge, that fight.
Okay.
I think the teams we had to play was a little bit more tougher. In a year before losing and going through that streak with us, I think that strengthened them to be like, this ain't happening again. And like I said, I love them boys to death. Like, they are tough. But if we go in the gym and put them 2 squads together, now you're gonna have to separate the starters and stuff like that. If we're taking our starters and their starters, I'm taking ours every day of the week just off of toughness and stuff like that. Okay. But off pure finesse and scoring, the boys can score. I know that.
Right.
Come out defensively, I'm gonna take us.
Okay. What? Close game?
Absolutely, real close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they give respect. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely no blowout.
Okay. 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 My second question, right? So it was two similar guys, right? When I got to Milford, there's two names I kept hearing. They kept, well, of course, Cheeseborough, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you went to Milford, you know who Cheeseborough is. But it was another kid, but y'all not the same size, but y'all similar.
Yeah.
In the build.
Yeah.
So the question always came out: who is better, Ivan or J-Rock? I have Ivan here, so I'm gonna ask Ivan.
Jamal Atkinson, my guy. If you saying this, I love you to death, but I'm giving myself the edge, and only because, for one, I should have never played JV. Never, ever, ever. They should have never had me on JV. Played JV just because they ain't had no quarterback and they needed an athlete at quarterback. And I would have got moved up, but they missed the damn playoffs. So besides that, I just think me defensively, not just offensive playmaker. I just think my knowledge for the game from playing quarterback and being able to read quarterbacks, and like I think I had one of the top interception seasons my junior year. I think I had 8 interceptions that year. And senior might have been 7 or 8, something like that. But I just think my defensive knack for the ball and being able to play in the box and also get back. I was like Kyle Hamilton back that day. I was everywhere that I could catch. So I was catching them picks, unlike homeboy. But like offensively, I think I honestly J-Rock, he was faster than me. I think he had better moves than me. Offensively, I think my vision was better than his. I think if he had my vision, he would have scored 10 times more. Because that's what I used to make up for my lack of speed. Because I wasn't the fastest, but I knew how to read holes. And then one guy wasn't bringing me down. That's how I got. It was just that one. But other than that, if we're going rating, if I'm giving myself an 8.7, I'm gonna give J-Rock a good 7.8, just because I think I've been more impactful on defense.
But last part of that question, right? Y'all both are special team returners too, right? Yeah. So everybody brings up your return versus Franklin. Crazy play, because that won the game. If I'm not
that was actually that was a middle screen.
My fault. Screen. My fault.
Yeah.
Screen. So J-Rock best play that I saw, I ain't gonna lie, probably was a special team play when we played Hereford. He ran 2 kicks back. He ran the opening kickback and then he ran another kickback. I ain't never seen that. No, he ran a punt. My fault. Kick return and a punt return.
Mm-hmm.
So did you ran punts back too though, right? You was a special team returner too. Mm-hmm. So from special teams wise, who gets the nod special team wise?
We equal. If you watch the highlight tape, I had 2 returns. It was against
I knew you returned for somebody. Okay.
Yeah, I did it against Delaney. I took the opening kickoff for Hereford back.
Okay. So y'all got that in common. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Who else I took back? Who else? I'm trying to think of the like impactful ones, like not sorry one. I think those was the 3 impactful. I think one was a Randallstown one. So I think I had like 4 or 5, 4, something like that. Yeah.
And y'all see, I'm not asking. So I asked the basketball. I'm not asking football. With 09 beat 10, I know the answer to that. And I was on 10 teams, so I'm not going to answer that for other people.
The 09 would beat the 10 team at Milford.
It might. Yeah, it got off, but once we locked in, I go that's like a 12-point edge.
Damn. Okay, gotcha.
I'm not gonna lie, right? So like I said, they was more of like a unit, right? So like they battled together, right?
Oh yeah.
So ours was like I transferred in, Romance transferred in, so we had like a transfer type of team. Like it was some guys that played, but we didn't have a lot of varsity starters, whereas though they had returners and stuff like that.
Yeah, they had players coming back from the previous year.
You feel me? And our quarterback was a freshman, and he was like 14 years old. So like I think. Yeah, I think they definitely beat us. And
stuff like that. That's what confused me about y'all, because I was highly told on y'all. Like I want y'all to get that revenge bad. And I was like, why they keep putting him at quarterback? Like y'all had athletes to go to quarterback. So I'm like, how they gonna make me play quarterback on JV? Or even a couple years ago when we put the kid Brandon Savage at quarterback, who never played quarterback. I'm like, why are we not putting athletes at quarterback to just make some shake? Like, so I was confused that year.
Like I felt like a lot of people was playing out of position. Not true that they said like that team was better than 4 and 6, bro. Like that's what
absolutely.
Like I'm telling that was the most frustrating year for me ever playing football, bro. Like it was wild how that rolled out. because it
It was
wasn't.
funny. I thought about reclassing. But when Kevin was gonna go to A&T, I was like, cool. I still got cheese in them, and I could have went to quarterback. And I thought about reclassing, but then a lot of people don't know this, but even though I kind of split my scholarship with Alfonso and Spinney when they went to Lincoln,
Oh, okay.
it was
That's
a
tough.
package deal.
That's tough.
So I took it was a lot of things, like you said, what would you do different? Like I would never take that back from them.
Right, for sure.
For one, I'd have probably went to JUCO for sure. Because back then I think JUCO, it's just different from now to me. Like I think I would have benefited from JUCO back then than JUCO now. I don't know why. JUCO was like a gimmick to me now. Like just get here. And I'm seeing a lot about kids going to JUCO and it's not panning out how it should be. And I'm like, some of these kids was better than me. So it's like, how is JUCO not getting them into these D1 programs or wherever they want to go? And I took it because at that point I was like, whatever, I'm trying to go to school. I'm trying to get out of Baltimore. I can get my 2 dogs with me. Let's go and just shake.
Nah, that's tough. I told people all the time, I wish I went JUCO. But I felt like you said, it was a stigma on JUCO back then. Like you wasn't smart enough. Like,
exactly.
It was like,
and that's kind of what I didn't want, because I think I was talking to Northern Illinois and it was like, you need a 21 on the ACT and we can get you in. Bro, I got a 19 and that defeated me. I was like, I'm going D2.
Bro, you said your story sounded like mine. I got a 20. You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah, it's rigged. They doing this shit on purpose. And at that point, I was just like, "Ma, we just gonna have to make it something shake at this point. I'm gone. Let's just do it." Like I said, I loved it for the first year, but then a lot of the coaches took me out the game. I think that's when I lost my love for playing football.
Gotcha.
It was the politics in college football and just not honoring your word or just liking somebody because they better than you. And like I said, I was not a speed guy, so we had a guy from Miami who was fast.
Right.
I knew I was better than him as far as like learning the playbook, running routes, and getting yak and stuff like that. He was just faster. He was just faster.
Right. And
he got a lot of favoritism to the point where I was balling out so much in practice. They had no choice but to put us both on the field. So then that didn't come to like the end of my sophomore year when we finally we just went spread 2 odds. Then we had 2 track guys on the outside. So everybody in there was faster than me. I was just like the tough guy to go across the middle.
Make the catches.
I played punt return, kick return, holder, wide receiver, wildcat quarterback, and running back at one point in college.
Wow.
And at one point I wanted to go play defense. I was like, I might as well. Because if this is it for me, I want to do everything.
Right.
And I wanted to go to running back because I think at that point, with my speed and my size, at that point, I was like, I'm more built to be a running back than a slot receiver. But other than that, it was what it was. It was fun playing against people I knew. Like I wanted to transfer to Bowie, but my mother was not letting me. Like I was gonna go play with Lano, Tyree, and all of them. I was gone. I had the okay to come. My mother was like, "You're not going to Bowie." I was like, "Come on!" Like I'm not winning at Lincoln. Like it's not fun no more. Like at least let me play with my homeboys for my last go round. So even when we played Bowie and them, Tyree and them tell you, bro, I used to go through Bowie stretch lines talking mad trash. Like it was just, at that point I was just doing whatever I want. But like whatever, we're about to lose anyway.
Quick story. One of my funniest visits was Bowie. Delano was my host. Man.
Yeah,
bro. Hey, Ivan, I'm telling people I committed. I ain't even had a whole man.
Oh man, this is it. I'm done. I'm coming, bro.
Man, I'm coming. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Joe was there at that time. Joe Coach, the DC.
Yeah, Joe's coach.
I was Bowie. I was like, I'm ready.
What's the receiver? Moss. Moss that went to
Yep, Moss was there.
Chilling with bro. I'm like, man, I'm committed. Man,
I was ready.
Bro. I had.
My mom was like, nope. I was like, oh my God, bro. I'm about to go outside because they're gonna whip our ass every year.
Did they beat y'all that game?
Beat the crap out of us. Beat the crap. I think the most I ever had on them was probably like 60 yards. We could never finish. We could drive. That's funny. My senior year, we had the top 2 passing offense in the CIAA. Could not score because we had no running game to punch it in.
Oh God, yeah.
It was like our line was bad. Our line, I think now when I talk to Lincoln now, I'd be like, they got athletes. It's just they got to get in them trenches. They get some points in them trenches. they be fine. But now the quarterback left. The CIAA Player of the Year quarterback left. So he went to Hampton. So they probably about to revert back. So it's gonna be a tough string.
Yeah, you need a quarterback to win. I mean, really, obviously quarterback matters, but you need a whole team, like you said, in the trenches, offense, defensive line. Need a good I don't want to say serviceable running back, but you need a running game.
Hey, let me
and
get
obviously a quarterback that can pull that trigger and make the throws and make the plays that they need to make to win the game.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think the one game, I think the one game we won that I can vividly remember was, I think it was a homecoming against Johnson C. Smith. That was probably like the best game that they called all year, passing wise and everything. I always tell people I did the Odell Beckham before he did it. And I got the date, the time, and the picture to prove it.
You got the picture. I do remember saying that picture.
And I told people I always did it before him, so don't act like it's new. And the funny part is, one thing I took into college, my last high school game was against Hereford when we had to play in a snowstorm, like 2-hour delay. We get up there, they kicked our butt, and it was freezing cold. We shouldn't have even been playing. In the first play of the game, I think I did a dig, and I dropped it, like wide open. And I would never forget that. I think that was like one of my only drops ever. I told myself I would never drop another ball. I ain't dropped one ball in college. I don't think I ever dropped one. Because I was like, I will never drop another ball again, because that Hereford game, I still never watched the film, but I just remember that play.
Right.
Wasn't that state?
No, it was not the semis. I think it was regional final.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember that team y'all had with you. Couple of, obviously people I know on that team. You, Tony, Garen. Y'all had a couple.
Yeah. That's my unsung hero, McMichael.
Oh, McMichael. Oh, yeah. Tony, one of a kind, bro. One of a kind.
Yes, sir.
While we have you here, we segue to the NFL. The Philadelphia Eagles beat the Washington Commanders to win the NFC. The Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Buffalo Bills to win the AFC. You can give us your thoughts on both games and give us your early thought on the Super Bowl. What you like in that?
All right, we gonna start with the AFC first. The Chiefs flat out beat them like they always do, bro. They can say they missed a call here and there, but we've seen Chief games where it's been totally lopsided. Like, you be like, come on, refs. I think this game the Bills just wasn't fit enough to beat the Chiefs. It is what it is. Like, the Chiefs outcoach everybody. Call it what you call it. They outcoach everybody, and they got the people at the right positions, and they got people that play their roles and don't get out of character. Josh Allen, they put up a fight. Josh Allen, a dog. Don't get me wrong. Like, sure, they can play. I did not expect him to have this year, losing Stephon and all them people. That surprised me.
Me too.
I honestly don't think their defense was that well poised for people not to be putting points on them. But like I said, they were just rope. They did their job and what they were supposed to do, which made it difficult for other teams to score on, and then for you to stop them from scoring because you didn't know what to expect out of that offense. So they can come at you with something different every single week, and you just be like, we just prepared for Josh Allen. And then Josh Allen just finds a way to beat you. So, I mean, the coaches, McDermott and them, I think they did a great job adjusting and everything. But at the end of the day, I just think the Chiefs, they top dog, bro. I can't hate no more. It is what it is.
Yeah, I've been hating. I've been hating all year. Yeah, I've been hating all year. I said they weren't gonna make the AFC Championship game. They did that. I said they weren't gonna get to the Super Bowl. They did that. And also, I'm gonna give the Chiefs their credit for this. The Chiefs are the best situational team since the Patriots. The Chiefs and the Patriots situationally are the best I've ever seen. You need somebody like the Chiefs on that blitz to end the game with Josh Allen.
You had to do it. Get it out of his hands now. Do not let him sit there and run around. Make him get out of his hands. He's going to have to beat you somewhere else. Them boys going to have to get off the line, and he's going to have to beat you somewhere else. That was the perfect play call, bro. It was nothing else you do in that situation but blitz.
And the crazy thing is, he didn't send that blitz all game, but
all game. He saved it for the last play of the game when they really needed it. And my point is about agreeing with what both of you guys are saying is that, again, best situational team since the Patriots. And like literally, they literally are the Patriots. Because like I was a Brady fan. I support Brady. Obviously, y'all know that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do your job. That's literally what they do. Like a receiver Juju Smith-Schuster, come in, catch the ball, do your job. DeAndre Hopkins, come in, catch that, run a 12-yard curl route, turn around, catch the ball. Defensive backs, don't hold. Be as physical as you can. Make plays on the ball. Do your job. They find people just literally come in the game with them and do their job. Whereas though you could play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Ravens, even the Eagles to a lesser degree. Everybody's not going to necessarily do their job. They might be trying. Oh, what's going on over there? No, the Chiefs like we focus right here. This is my job. This is my microphone. I'm talking here. I don't give a damn about over here or over there. So
Yep.
perfect.
And I think yeah, on that note, it's just like, I mean, that's hard. That's first of all, that's all culture, bro. It's the culture they built over there. Like you can't teach that a lot of places. Even if you revert back to Milford, like I think we get to a point where as though Milford has been good for so long, you expect so much. It's like, why are they not winning state championship after state championship after state championship? And it's always the little things. We get to that one game and players just it ain't even, you can say it's coaching. You can blame it on us if you want, but you're not inside the huddle and hearing what these players saying or what's going through their mind. Like we go back and we reflect like for months as coaches, like watching film, like why are they doing this or why are they doing that? And we've never did some of this stuff all year, and that's what always kills us. It's always self-inflicted. Like this past year, even though I didn't coach this year, it was hard to like detach from the game. But I think I'm finally detaching from Milford. But watching them not win it this year, I was like, this don't even make sense. Like y'all are too stacked. Is no reason why we playing
the world. All the talent in the world, but you
All the talent.
self-imposed situations hinder you.
Yeah, man, I'm at home banging on the counter. I'm going crazy. Like, bro, there's no way they don't win it again. Like, I always told myself I'll never win a state championship. So my goal is to win a state championship, whether it's a player or a coach, because I know that feeling is something different. And I lied to you not, bro. That feeling winning that one state championship, it might just be one to some people, and y'all should have X, Y, and Z. But some people never in their life will ever sniff. Like they don't understand how tough it is. That's why Dunbar, the Quince Orchards, the Wises, that when Franklin went on that run, bro, I commend them for that. That stuff is harder than what people think. Yeah, that's because y'all got all the best players. It's deeper than that, bro. It get cold out there. You know how kids start nutting up. They get real out there. They start forgetting what was going on, and it's a whole nother ball game. And you never know. It's easy to say it from the outside or running a social media page or he say she say and jumping off what people see on video. But bro, if you're not there every day with us and you're not seeing what's going on in the huddle and listening to what's
comment on it.
You can't. I mean, you can comment on it. That's your job. That's the media job now.
No, I get that, but you can't. But when the media comments on something, they comment like they know what they're talking about.
Exactly. And that's what gets frustrating for us as coaches. Exactly. It's like y'all not really putting in that work every day, or y'all not seeing what's going on, why we got to this point, and why it just fell apart. So
I got a question for you. You was on the staff, right? Was you on the staff when y'all was up 20-0 at halftime and they lost 21-20?
To who? To
It was in the state championship. I don't know who. I can't remember who y'all played. I remember it was
the first state championship we ever made till we played Ligonor.
Okay.
And we was up. What was it up? We lost that by 1 point.
Right. Y'all was up 20-0 at halftime, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, not 20 enough. I think it was like I think they scored before half.
Okay.
We came back on them.
Because I remember one. I could be wrong, but I remember somebody was like, "Yo, Milford was up 20-0 at halftime. They lost 21."
No, they lied. They lied.
Right, somebody lied.
No, it was a good game. It was Ligonor. That's another school that knows how to get it done. Right. That was Nick White. That was Nick White and them team. Yeah, we had them boys beat too, but it was just don't blame it on the refs. I'm blaming it on the refs. Bro, we stopped them on fourth down, bro. The broadcast, if you watch the broadcast say it, the film say it, the game was over. Stop them. Fourth down. They gave them the first down. Then they finished off and they scored on that same drive to win the game.
Okay.
My bad for cutting you off. We had a segment right before you hopped on, and we was like, man, should they put a chip in the ball, use technology so they can decide the teams get first down with touchdowns? I think we know Ivan's answer, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Ben time. Like, why not? Like, get the call right. You can't have instant replay in high school. So let's implement something to help with this.
Get the call right. And like we don't need to have human frailty and everything. Like there's a way to cut out human frailty, and the point of cutting out human frailty is let's use technology to our advantage. I want to go back on one point before I let you continue. You said like Milford lost games this year because of just dumb stuff like small IQ like type of things. I just want to say this: both of you guys coach. I've never had I coach rec league, but I'm not coaching high school. I'm not coaching high school basketball, high school football, high school baseball like Tim and I. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want y'all to understand, like, it's hard for these athletes. Let's do high school athletes. They're at the end of the day, people are people. Absolutely. So these high school athletes could be having a problem with their girlfriend. They be having a problem at home. They could be having a problem with classwork in college. Now the NIL, they could be having problem with the money. You told me you was giving me $6 million. I only got $3 million. What's up with that? I need my money. I told baby girl I was gonna take a shot, or whatever it is, whether it's a man or a woman. And then in the NFL, you're a grown ass man. Like you have a family. Like for example, like you're married. Tim, you're on the verge of doing what you know to become a union as one. Like that's a lot. That ain't easy. So now you like, ladies and gentlemen, it's like we get on these, like you guys watch shows whether it's ESPN, FS1, Fox, etc., or even this show, and we like y'all might think we're criticizing. No, I can't criticize because I'm not an athlete. I'm not a coach. You putting in hours, you putting in work, you putting in time. It's not easy. It's not easy to go out here and make the catch, the Dalton Kincaid catch, the Mark Andrews catch. It might look simple. Everybody can't make that play. Ivan, you said it best, bro. You got one state championship. You should have more. I know that because obviously I didn't go to Milford, but I was up there I was damn near honorably member of the school as much as I was up there during my time. Like, yeah, the basketball team should have more than the state championship they had, especially during the Tevin and Ike era. They should have had more. They didn't. But it doesn't mean that you weren't successful. Y'all won. And being successful and winning, bro, that's hard. It's not. Yo, what the Chiefs are doing with the Patriots there, like, bro, that's hard. What Franklin did, that was hard. Franklin was winning year after year after year. That's hard, bro. That's not easy.
Wow, and it was like, why can't we get over the Franklin hub? Then it just clicked, and we're like, we know what we're doing, and then we just started getting back with them, and now they're in a rebuilding phase. So I hope they get back because I missed that rivalry. It was awesome during that time, but we might not see good Franklin Milford. And I'm tired of the Milford Newtown debate too. I'm tired of that because we ain't gonna go into that, but good luck to them boys. The media can keep picking them to beat us, but we know who top dogs is right now. So good luck to all the high school sports. Coming from Charlotte, I'm out of it. I'm out the game, so I'm gonna be on IG. I'm gonna be under them posts, under them comments, in y'all. I'm on it. I can't get in trouble no more for saying what I'm gonna say. Just know I'm still Milford through and through, and hey, how they gonna catch up if we won't stop? Because it ain't stopping. That show gonna keep going.
Damn right, they can't catch up.
I missed the NFC Championship.
Now go ahead. You gotta talk. Go ahead.
NFL.
You said what?
The Eagles are the best team in the NFL to me, all around. The only way they lose this Super Bowl again is what? Because of coaching. That's the only way they lose, bro. I think the Eagles are all around got every aspect you need, bro. My cousin Quinyon Mitchell. My I like him. I like Cooper DeJean, bro.
That Mitchell blood is something, ain't it, Tim? That's crazy, ain't it, bro?
Hey, bro. Hey, I really like the Eagles. It's not because, like, again, it's not because I'm hating, because I think it's not going to be a blowout again. It's going to be close again. But what they say, what that boy say in that meme clip? Shayshawn Barkley.
Shayshawn
Barkley, bro. They gotta get it done. And my homeboys, we always say, bro, we never betting against Mahomes. I think I'm doing it one more time. I gotta do it one more time, bro.
I saw that. I was dying laughing, but I ain't gonna lie, dying laughing. He really, like, the way Saquon been balling. He I don't know. He say Sean, say Star, say something. That brother, man, he is something
different. And I got a little, and you can call. I got a little connect with Shay Sean because my cousin Daylon Darian, he currently coaching at VMI. Okay. He went to Penn State, then he went to UD. Shout out to him. He on the road right now recruiting for VMI. But he played with Saquon and them. So Miles Sanders, Saquon and them. So he got
oh my God, yeah.
Penn State. So he know the work they put in. He know them. So that's my little Penn State ties to that. But yeah, I think it's just time, bro. I think the Eagles, it's their time. Don't even worry about the past Super Bowl. Just go out there, do what y'all do.
Right.
And I think it's gonna come down to the last drive again. And I just think Mahomes will have it, but I don't think they're gonna pull it off this year.
Before we get you up out of here, obviously I know you're a Ravens fan. Your Ravens had a good year. They didn't get to the AFC Championship game, didn't get to the Super Bowl. What changes would you like to see your Baltimore Ravens make so they can finally get over that hump of getting to the conference championship, hopefully beating Mahomes, and then getting to that Super Bowl where they feel like where they and the fans feel like they should be? What they need to do?
I mean, I think one of the good moves they made was keeping the Todd Monken and them together. So
I like that.
let's keep that foundational culture going and let's build from there. We know what kills the Ravens is the turnovers, it's the mishaps, it's the what are we doing? It's the Memphis. It's what is going on now. Like
Situational football.
why can't we finish up? I'm not blaming. I mean, Mark hurt us. Mark hurt us bad. But at the end of the day, all this trade Mark, let Mark go, bull crap. Like, y'all serious? Like, let's be for real. Let's keep that together. Let's keep that same energy when Mark was saving our tails from all these games and stuff like that. Mark will bounce back. Mark will be good. Lamar will bounce back. Lamar will be good. Derek will bounce back. Let's extend Derek.
Yes.
If he can't
Very
leave,
important. Very important.
leave, and let's build that O-line. And you know what I think we need that we ain't had in Baltimore never ever?
What?
We need one of them fair skin edge rushers, like TJ Watt type, Joey Bosa type.
Oh yeah, one.
Jack Sawyer, like we need one of them type of dogs on that D line too.
Trey Henderson.
Yeah,
Trey
like,
Henderson.
them type of dogs. I don't think we ever had that in Baltimore. We always go for the scraps of edge rushers. So let's get a young fair skin or just a dog with a motor in him that just don't stop. And you just think that he taking steroids like the Watts, but he just don't stop.
I have a name for you. Would you be interested if the Ravens would you be interested if the Ravens were interested in Joey Bosa? He's a free agent from the Chargers. I don't think the Chargers will re-sign him.
Absolutely. So if he can stay healthy, absolutely. You know who I'm really sneakily wanting them to get?
Oh,
that boy in Cleveland. That Miles.
Oh, I said that to somebody.
The only reason I say that is because I lied to you now. I went to the Pro Bowl when was it 2020 or 2019? 2020, right before COVID, when Lamar made it in Orlando. I went to that Pro Bowl. And I knew Derrick Henry was coming to the Ravens then. If I could find a tweet, I wish I can because I will post it, bro. If you seen the way they interacted at the Pro Bowl and how they was buddy and everything, I got videos, pictures of all of them. Like, I was like, Derrick Henry won't come to the Ravens, bro. And I kept telling my wife, she was like, yeah, right, y'all not getting I said, look how they interact. And like, at the end of the day, we not in the league, so we don't know what they talking about, what they doing. Right. It's a business at the end of the day. So if they want to play with their mans, they can make it shake if they want to. Yeah. And I caught it from there, and that's when I honestly realized how big no homo Lamar was. Like, because Lamar stand side by side of Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is a specimen, but Lamar not no little dude. No, like, I can see why the league is having problems. Lamar, he built. I was like, damn. But yeah, as I say, it's I think if we can improve it in that trench work, let's get this trench work together. Get that trench work together. I think we got the passing thing figured out. I think we got the secondary thing figured out. So now let's let EDC cook with this money and see what he can do to keep it going.
Do you think they should grab a receiver like a prototypical receiver just to make things easier in the red zone? Like for certain situations, like say you got like a 6'3", 6'4" receiver that could just go get it. Like he gonna win his one-on-one matches. No disrespect to Zay. Zay a little smaller. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you want somebody that
I think you have that.
Sometimes a big receiver open when he not open. You feel what I'm saying? So like,
I think you got that with
Likely. I feel like.
And let me also throw a name out too. I like Rashad Bateman. I don't know what the Ravens.
I don't think Rashad is the muscle to like give me that little bit.
Yeah. No, he ain't that. But he's a very good football player.
I want to see Tez. I want to see what Tez can really do.
Okay.
Because we got a year. He got a year under his belt. So I don't think we should go out and get nobody. I think that Zay, Bateman, Tez, Mark, and Likely is nasty.
I like Likely. I think he should play more.
Likely nasty, bro.
Yeah, he should play more.
Yeah, he's everything. He's Mark Andrews plus some. Yeah, faster, stronger, got more of a dog in him.
Yeah,
like likely different, bro.
He's a wide receiver in a tight end's body. That's exactly what he is.
Why didn't they run that play to Likely instead of Andrews?
Andrews, that's your go-to guy. Like they had that connection since day one.
No, I agree. But like for me, he likely a mismatch.
And he might have been tired from scrambling around the very play.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. Yeah, true that.
Well, he might have been a little bit tired from that. But ain't nobody in the world. You can play that. You can do that same play right now, and then Mark Andrews won't drop that.
You think no. So I was arguing the placement of the ball. You think if he placed it a little, not saying it was a terrible,
like basically put it on his chest.
But
I've seen that. It can be 50-50, bro. I mean, you could say, yeah, he could have threw it better, but at the end of the day, we've seen Mark.
Oh yeah, for sure. It gotta be
Easy. Like that was it. And then you say if Lamar would have threw it a little bit earlier so he can turn around and run, who's to say he wouldn't have tried to catch it here and take his eye off and drop it again?
Drop the ball. Right.
Yeah, I don't know. And they was kind of on the play a little bit. Like Buffalo wasn't too far behind to try to break it up. Yeah. That's probably why Lamar waited a little bit. Like, all right, let me just give him to him down here so he can just catch it. And he's not down yet. You can roll in the end zone.
Roll in. I got you.
So, I mean, well, that was tough, bro. That was a tough loss. And it's just like, at this point, it's just like, y'all going to be the Orioles going to do the same thing to us? Y'all the Orioles got all these young guys. They keep getting out.
Got some young talent, bro. They was the number one seed last year and lost in the first round.
Turn the page around because what we do in the regular season? Home run, bomb, 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 bomb. In the playoffs, we can't get a single base hit because we so used to hitting bombs and extra base hits. We can't play small ball and get on base. It's the little things.
Yeah.
It's the little things. So hopefully they fix that and fix pitching, but we will see.
Definitely will. I'll say one more thing on the Ravens, but likely, I think the Ravens next year should have more 3 or 4 wide receivers sets and actually have Likely as a wide receiver.
Yes.
So that means you got Likely in the slot and you got Andrews or still on the field. So now you're really playing both tight ends, but you use them in different ways, different formations. I felt like if Aaron Hernandez would have stayed around with the Patriots, you obviously know what happened with him. But with him, Gronk, y'all funny. Y'all here y'all go. Y'all funny. Y'all here y'all go. I'm trying to be professional. Y'all talk. We know what happened with Aaron Hernandez. We know what he did. If you don't know what he did, Google Aaron Hernandez, ladies and gentlemen. You'll understand why they laughing. But I thought that the Patriots would have did that with Aaron Hernandez and Gronk. You put Aaron Hernandez in the slot because he was a wide receiver, tight end build, and Gronk is your big body. Your Mark Andrews. You know, Gronk is bigger than Mark. Mark can be Gronk in this conversation, and Aaron can be Isaiah Likely on the football field. You feel me?
Make that linebacker go get Likely, which is a mismatch, and put that middle linebacker on Mark, and still no linebacker can stick Mark. So. I think this offseason going to be interesting. I mean, I know people say it's the same thing after year, and I get it. I definitely get it. But as long as you got Lamar, you always got a chance. I don't care what nobody say, bro. Like, it's just if you get the little stuff down, then we good. But we'll see. And there's all that Tyreek Hill talk. I entertained that for a little bit because if y'all seen that one play where we threw it to Anthony Miller against the Bills on a drag route,
Tyreek Hill was scored.
Tyreek there,
yeah, he would have scored on that play.
Different, but I think he'd be drama filled. But
I was about to say that, and you know them Miami players can't play well in the cold, so you think that's going? You know what I'm saying? He don't play well in the cold neither.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't gonna like just getting one catch or 2 catches.
Yeah, that's another thing.
That's not wide receiver one. He's not wide receiver one. I mean, I'm still mad at them for voting him NFL top 100 number 1 player. Let's talk about that. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. I'm biased. I'm always gonna think it should go to a quarterback because they are the most important player on the field. So whether you think it was Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. What's my guy? Joe Burrow, Justin, whoever you think it is, or the new guy, more Jaden, whoever. That's fine. You can say that, but the quarterback is the most important player in the league. Like he literally decides what we're doing. Patrick Mahomes decides what the Chiefs is doing. You take him off the Chiefs, we are not having this conversation.
Another ball game. That's student of the game, bro. That's what I used to teach. I teach a lot of y'all can be athletes, but if you're not students of that game, if y'all in here laughing during this film and y'all understand the advantages that this film can give you or why you're supposed to be in a certain spot at a certain time, if you get a guy who really learns student of the game and he really like coming to you like, Coach, I seen this on film. They doing this when they come out of that. But that's a different type of love once you get in. That's all coaching is just advanced students of the game. And once you can get them young kids out there, get them in that mindset to watch film and pick up them little tendencies, I think that's when you're gonna win. If you can outsmart a team on the field and coaching, you're gonna win 10 times out of 10.
I got one more question before you get out here.
Go ahead, Tim.
Do you think the kids are as hungry as we were when we played?
No, because I think the accessibility to resources that they have as far as training and money and feeling obligated, and it's a lot of hate and shit going on when your homeboy get an offer and you don't. It's nasty. The transfer game is just as bad as it is in college. It is in high school. because the parents are feeling like their kids are better than what they are. And then it's always the coach fault because, oh, you was this, and this, and rec. So you telling me, so now this coach telling me you ain't good. Da, da, da. When they say he wasn't good, he just not better. Like, okay, so like we talking about at Milford, if you having a big fiasco with the running backs, we're not saying your son not good. Who better than Damon Ferguson right now? you point somebody out. I mean, you could say you gotta go across town. You're gonna say Iverson Howard at Quincy Orchard. Yeah, shorty a dog. But right now, the best running back in the state of Maryland is number 5 at Milford Mill Academy, Damon Ferguson Jr. Easily, like, let's be for real, bro. And I mean, once parents understand that and just know that role players play a lot into it, it's bigger than what it is. Like, so that's how it's just too much.
I lied. I got one more question. Why do y'all get all the transfers?
The culture.
Okay.
I let you know. We back in the day, bro, we really did used to set ourselves. We used to go out to all these rec games, talk to these parents, and have them buy into the culture because I really feel as though Milford is a great culture fit as far as like the coaching staff being from Milford, giving back to the community. Like, we're just not out here just doing stuff just to have our names on social media. Like, we really don't care about that stuff. We only do it to entertain people.
Bro.
Like, other than that, the culture at Milford, like the way we run a program, like the way Coach White, nothing has changed. And now, since it's opened up more, like you got so many different insights. Like, so y'all got all these coaches. That's the same 11, 12 coaches that's been here for 7 years plus. Yeah. And we always open to new ideas and changing. And like, we just addicted to winning. Like, we don't want to lose. And then when we lose, it's like, that shit hurt because then it's like, is it us? And I just think Milford is the standard, bro. Like, just like people think Dunbar's the standard in the city, but I'm
just about to make my pitch for Orange Mills because I coach at Orange Mills.
Oh, I love your program. I love what Travis and them doing up there right now.
If y'all not playing at Milford, you can play.
Huh?
I said if you're not playing at Milford, you can play at Orange Mills. They only got 20 kids most of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all doing y'all thing.
Our pitch don't look like ours. When we played y'all sideline was about 40 deep. Yeah. We had about 9 subs. So I'm just kids. We got good coaches staff too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
yes they do. I respect that.
I ain't trying to take y'all
what they doing at I respect what they're doing at Randallstown.
Yeah, Randallstown too.
You know, I respect that. I told y'all the school I don't like, and I'm gonna stand on that.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. I'm with you. I'm the same way.
But yeah, I mean, respect. Yeah, y'all definitely turned around from people just being the laughing stock to y'all actually being like. I definitely appreciate what y'all doing up there, and I just at the end of the day, yeah, during the regular season it is wartime, but when it comes playoff times, if we not like playing each other, I'm voting for anybody Baltimore. Baltimore, I need to win, bro, because we need all that talent back. Like. It's too much talent here not to keep winning it and going forward. So, like, and that's the coaches too, bro. If you got something to offer, you got so much to say about this, and that, bro. Go talk to these coaches at the high schools and volunteer. Like, you're not gonna get paid for everything, bro. I volunteer for like my first 5 years until I got paid a dime, bro. Go talk to these coaches and see how you can give back, even if it's your school or not. And if you know so much, like, it's all about the give back. Like, I'm telling you, at the end of the day, y'all see all the hate on social media. It's not really all that. We do that to like play with y'all. A lot of y'all don't even know these coaches. Half of our coaches we talk to each other and we laughing at y'all anyway.
Right.
Because y'all think y'all know so much and y'all not in that coaching round.
Yeah.
So get back, man. Stop talking and get back.
Absolutely. Well, Ivan, brother, I feel like me being on this time with you and Tim, you guys have made me smile. You made the audience smile. No, seriously, for real. Because I mean, the not only the get back, but the thing about the small things, like that like I love when people fixate on the small things. I tell my son this all the time. If you can't do nothing big, why the hell am I going to ask you to do something small? Because you can't do something big, right? So you're not going to do the small things, right? Because you can't do the big stuff, right? The small details matter. And doing the show with Tim weekly, they matter. Listening to you coaching, and obviously with Tim coaching basketball and football, you coach baseball, play basketball, play football. It matters. So the small details definitely matter, brother. So we want to thank you for joining us on episode 23 of Highly Opinionated. It's a privilege and an honor to have you on. Ivan, you're welcome back whenever you want it. Whenever you want to sit in this chair, you got it. You feel me? Just let me know, and you got it, brother. We appreciate you giving us some time, my man.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for having me, man. It was a great conversation. Great feedback. Y'all keep it going, man.
Absolutely, brother. Definitely will. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching Highly Opinionated. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of Highly Opinionated is sponsored by Wolves of War. In some of the episodes, you can see my co-host and Ross wearing a brand called Wolves of War. Wolves of War is our first sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, and we are so thankful to have those guys sponsoring Highly Opinionated. Thank you very much. The actual meaning of Wolves of War is that it represents having a strong path behind you through the battles of life. With the right people behind you, you can get through anything. You guys see the link for Wolves of War? Make sure you guys click on the link, shop, great apparels, t-shirts, sweatsuits, whatever you want, they have. Once again, Wolves of War. Make sure you guys go shop. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Highly Opinionated. Ladies and gentlemen, the best segment in sports. As you guys can see, let's talk about it. This week's topic on Let's Talk About It comes from the AFC Championship game, as me and Tim was talking about earlier. Should the NFL put a censor in the ball to determine first downs and touchdowns? I'll start us off. I think they should. Technology has improved year after year, step after step. The NFL has done it. Ladies and gentlemen, NFL used to have papers when they used to look at films. Now they have the tablets. They have the tablets where they slide and look at the play and can do whatever they need to do on the top tablet. So technology has definitely come a long way in the NFL. And I think the Dalton Kincaid play on third down, which led to the fourth down where Josh Allen got stopped early in the fourth quarter, I felt like that was a first down on Dalton Kincaid. If they had something to track, a device in the ball, a sensor, or whatever you want to call it, sensor device, whatever in the football, they would determine that he got the first down. So I think the NFL should put something in the ball where as though it's just not from the naked eye to see if they got the first down, but it's actually something saying that they got the first down.
And I couldn't agree more, man. Absolutely, man. Like you said, with the advances in technology and like human error, your eyes, you know what I'm saying? Your eyes ain't always the best, man. So like in those type of meaningful game situations, man, I want the right and correct call, man. I don't want, like I said, we watched the game. One ref had him clearly over, then the other one had him behind. So like, how do we know? So why do we just go? If both of them got different spots, how do we figure that out? Why are we going with the spot that's not the first down? You know, why did we just automatically go with that spot? Why didn't we go with the first down spot? So it eliminates those situations for the refs. You got the ball and the chip, the chip beeping, whatever it could do, beep to headquarters or whatever. Like he had to get to the 38 and a half, and the ball tip of the ball was at the 38 and a half. They get the call. Now we got it right. Now it ain't no, the Chiefs conspiracy, they cheating. You don't get that no more. We eliminate all those theories. So I agree with you.
Absolutely. Again, like we both saying, technology has advanced. We need to find something ways that we can eliminate, because with gambling now, people think these games are a little bit rigged. They think, okay, most people think that they're rigged regardless one way or another, whether it was before gambling or definitely now after gambling. So no, I definitely agree with you. Let's eliminate the human frailty as much as we can. And eliminating human frailty is let's use technology. You use technology anyway. They call New York. They call the headquarters. Well, I think the new headquarters in New York, NFL headquarters in New York. So they call the replay center. So for me, I'm agreeing with you. Let's try to eliminate human frailty. Let's try to eliminate the BS of let's saying it's rigged or this or it's that. No, let's try to make it where as though two different referees. One is not saying one thing, and one is not saying the other. Let's make it where as though they all can be on the same page because they have a device or a chip or a sensor that's working in their advantage to help them find out where the ball is, where the ball is not. Do you think the NFL will eventually do that? Put the sensor in the ball, or chip, or whatever device you want to call it?
I think so, because I think eventually, like, teams are gonna start complaining. You know what I'm saying? Like, the more complaints you get, the more make them adjustments. Because like if I'm the Bills, I'm sending them that clip. You know what I'm saying? I'm sending them the picture. I'm sending them all that, like, hey, we gotta fix this in the offseason. Like, it's no way, you know what I'm saying? There's no way one of them that way, the one behind the line. Like, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? They gotta nip that in the bud quickly. So I think they eventually will change.
Yeah, I think I don't know. The NFL has a funny way of working, and think about it, like it's the playoffs. So the only team that's going to be complaining about that is the Bills. The Commanders not complaining about that. It would just be the Bills. So you got to get more than obviously one owner. Now, if it was like Robert Kraft, Jerry Jones, one of them, but the Bills owner, Pagula, he ain't really making no noise. He ain't in them owners meetings standing up on the table. It's mainly the main core owners who's doing that. So
but yeah, I think they all will buy into that. No, because like even though if it don't affect you, like it's still I think for most owners it would make sense. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. Like okay, like rather than human error, I could just all right, the chip. He got the first down. Because I'm sure in other games this year, that same thing happened. Like I'm sure it did.
Yeah, it definitely did. There's so many NFL games throughout the season. I'm sure
Right.
that somebody they moved the ball here, pushed the ball back, or they moved it here and then pushed it forward. So, no, I definitely agree with you. Well, again, we agree. We need modern technology. Let's advance. Let's stop with the BS. Let's eliminate the drama of cheating and fixed games and all that. Let's use technology to our advantage. And that first down with Dalton Kincaid would have been a first down, and other plays throughout the NFL season wouldn't have been short. So, you're watching Highly Opinionated. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Highly Opinionated. Tim, it's about that time to talk about basketball, so let's get to it. The NBA just recently announced the starters for the All-Star game. I'll start in the Eastern Conference. Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Karl Anthony Towns. Those 5 are your starters in the East. What do you think about that? Like it? Dislike it?
Sound about right. I don't have no complaints about none of those.
Gotcha. Me neither. Joel Embiid obviously been hurt, can't play. He probably would have been the starting center, but everybody else, Giannis, top player, Brunson, Knicks got a good record. Cavaliers got the best record. Tatum, best player on the Celtics, in my opinion. So, yeah, I agree with that. In the West, Steph Curry, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Nikola Jokic. You can make a case for Luka, but Luka's hurt currently at the present time. So, these would be the 5 for me. What about you?
Yeah. I agree with those 5. Me personally, I think Shai the best player in the NBA right now. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, well, he definitely is. Most people have him as their MVP favorite. He's definitely been balling out. He's definitely been playing well. I'm a Nikola Jokic fan. The way this brother played, man, that's crazy. He can't even jump over a phone book, let alone I don't know how he jumped in the game, but he just be this man averaged 30, 13, and 10 assists. That's crazy to me.
No, it is. No, definitely.
Jokic and Shai, the NBA in good hands. With the international players. International players definitely have came in and plant their flag and showed that they definitely got game. Jimmy Butler, the great Jimmy Butler, in Miami. He's been suspended 3 times. He was recently suspended this week for leaving practice when he found out that Hayward Highsmith would be starting over him. What are your thoughts on how Jimmy Butler's handling the situation in Miami?
Man, these guys, man, they so entitled. It's crazy, man. Like I don't understand, like what makes you carry it like this, though? You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm another, of course he going to get picked up, right? Because he's talented. But like you gotta think about it as an employer, right? Like as soon as things don't go his way, they get childish. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not playing, you're not like I said, I couldn't be an owner, man, because I had the most rules, the most fines in history. Like, okay, that's good. Okay. I know what does hurt y'all, money. So keep acting like this. Let's take them game checks. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't like how he carrying it. Like it's ways to, you know what I'm saying, not manipulate the system. Like you talk to the owner, right? Y'all don't agree. You ask to be traded. But like my thing is like, this is why it's hard for me like to understand a mindset, right? So we preach brotherhood. We preach I don't want to let my guys down. We preach all this other stuff. But as soon as something go wrong, it don't look like you remember the guys you were screaming brotherhood and all that other stuff with. Like it don't look like you care no more. You know what I'm saying? It don't to me. So like that's why it's just different to me. Like I just hate the way he carried the situation. I definitely wouldn't carry it like that. But hey man, that's what he chose to do.
Yeah, I mean it's part of the player empowerment movement in the NBA. A lot of players, they don't do it this way, but they have their ways of doing it. So I use different players. Like I think the only person during this time who really don't be vocal that's a superstar or a star would be Steph. Because you don't never really hear about Steph complaining about their roster, but like Kevin Durant with the when he left OKC to join the Warriors. Like he was basically saying, like, I won't say he wasn't saying he didn't have enough help, but the move said this was the perfect fit for me. This is the right team for me. This team can give me enough help. LeBron, he said back in the day, I don't have enough help. So that puts the pressure on the GM. Like, okay, let's make a move because he said he don't have enough help. Embiid, like, man, come on, man. Remember before they got Paul George with the experiment that was supposed to work? He was like, man, come on, man. Like, I need some help. Like, y'all got rid of James. Okay, last year was a down year. Where's the help at? So it's different ways of how you go about it. You can go about it that way. That's the diplomatic way, or you can be a pain in the butt and kind of like how Jimmy Butler's going at the situation. For me, if I'm Miami, I would just trade him. I thought when they made the finals, when they played the Lakers in the bubble, when they played Denver in the finals a couple years ago, I don't want to disrespect that team, but I thought that team overachieved. I didn't think they were an NBA finals type of team or a championship type of team. I thought they overachieved. So for me, if I was Miami and he wanted to go, I would trade him and try to get the best thing I can for him. Now, when you hold on to him like this, the Warriors, the Suns, the whoever else is interested in them, they're gonna give you, forget 50 cents on the dollar. I'll give you 10 cents to the dollar because I know you're not playing him. So why am I gonna give you something extravagant for him? And I know that he can be a free agent next year and leave. He can opt out his contract and leave. So to me, this is about money with Jimmy. I'm assuming in his mind, he thought Miami and him had an agreement. Obviously, things didn't go the way he thought it would. So now we are here where we are. So I'm never going to criticize a player on how they handle it because the teams will get rid of you. I remember, think about this. The Clippers signed Blake Griffin. They traded that man to Detroit. They gave Blake Griffin a nice contract, said you're going to be a Clipper for life. They did what was best for the team. They traded him to Detroit because that gave them the cap space to go out and get a Kawhi Leonard or Paul George. So for me, I wouldn't handle it the way Jimmy's handling it, but I definitely understand it. In this player empowerment era, you're going to have players that buck the system. He's going to buck the system because he's bucked the system at every team he's been with. Miami, Chicago, Philly. Now, Miami, Chicago, Philly, Minnesota. Him and Towns got into it. He's about to fight the whole team. So Jimmy.
So why pick him up? His best days behind him, right? So what's the point of picking him up? If I know he got a problem, a character issue, what's the point of picking him up?
Well, let me ask you this: do you think he can help the Suns? I do. Do you think he can help the Warriors? I do. Now, how minimum or how maximum that help is, but he's better than. I think he's better than Andrew Wiggins. I think he's better than Bradley Beal. So I think he could help the Suns or the Warriors. But
are you really helping if you're a cancer? Like if you might help like short, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if that's really
the window is short with Jimmy. Like when you get him, you got to maximize now. So I'll give you that. But I don't want to say I don't like using the word cancer. They used to do this with T.O. Like T.O. split the locker room, divide the locker. I never, like, I'm not there, so I can't say whether he's splitting the locker room or not. From my vantage point, Tim, it's like this. When you work at some people that like you, some people that don't like you. So I don't think you're a cancer. Like, I just think it's people that like you, people that don't like you.
Yeah, not cancer, but like I don't know, like after a while, like if we having the same issues with the same guy, like you like a problem person. Like, so why would I want to take on this problem? And it really hasn't benefit. Everyone doesn't win championships, right? So I know that. So I'm not going to say it hasn't really benefit to the outcome, like a reward status. But like, all right, if Jimmy Butler goes to the Suns, who's really picking the Suns to win? Nobody. If Jimmy Butler goes to the Warriors, nobody. They always might go up a little bit, but I don't think he's changing no scale to where they the favorite to do something.
No,
so like,
no,
that's what I'm saying. So like, why risk it for a guy?
Well, I mean, but you got like, I use the Warriors. Steph don't have no help, so you got to like, tell me how this works in basketball. Like, you obviously got to make moves to improve the team, but you got to make moves to keep your stars. Basketball is the only sport where, to me, it's like college, where it's the NIL. You got to re-recruit your own players. Football, you don't. I mean, you got to do that, and sometimes in football, but it's mainly in basketball. Like, for example. If the Lakers are 5th, 6th seed, let's say they get bounced in the first round. Yeah, they probably gonna have to convince LeBron, like not convince, but like, all right, bro, listen, this is the plan, this is what we're doing, this is how we're doing it. They're basically gonna have to re-recruit him again. Because why wouldn't he say, like, I want to get up out of here? Why shouldn't AD say that? So I'm saying basketball, these players are, I'm gonna say emotional, but they're a little bit more, they have a little bit more power than football and all these other sports. So they could be like, at any minute, I don't want to be here. Trade me to this spot, trade me to this spot, trade me to that. So you have to re-recruit your own players in the NBA. I mean, that's the only way it's gonna work. You have to. If you don't, you can't just let Steph ride off into just like, all right, with just this team. Like, they're not good enough with that. And they're not going to trade them. So the next best thing is to add talent to the team.
That's probably what they should do.
I don't necessarily, let me say this. I don't necessarily think the Lakers or the Warriors shouldn't. I think they should entertain trading LeBron and Steph.
Like Steph,
that's the only way you're going to make your team better.
Yeah, I watched Steph the other night. Yeah, it looked like he about finished. But yeah, I got you.
So yeah, that's the only way you can make your team better. Is trading them and getting off them big contracts to maximize what you can do. And then I'll say this: the problem that the Warriors and the Lakers had. Let me start with the Warriors. The Warriors, this is where they messed up at. They drafted James Wiseman with the number 2 pick. When you have a top 5 pick, that's gold, especially for a franchise like that who shouldn't be picking in the top 5. So when you get a top 5 pick, you got to hit that. Think about this. Think about back in the day when the Lakers had Magic and Kareem. They had a top 5 pick. They added James Worthy. He's a Finals MVP. Rest in peace. The Celtics in the 80s added Lynn Byers to Larry Bird, Parrish, McHale. If Lynn Byers tragically didn't pass away, he would have added years to their key players. You have to hit when you have a good team. You got a top 5 pick in the first round. Football, basketball, baseball, hockey, etc. You got to hit on that. Got to. The Warriors never hit on that. The Lakers, they traded all their good pieces away for Russ. So once they did that, now they don't really have that many. They don't have the great pieces to trade to get somebody else back. Who do you trade now for on this team other than AD and LeBron? Reeves cool, Connect cool, but they're not gonna get you back no Zach LaVine, no Trae Young, nothing like that, unless you got to attach hella picks to it. So both of these teams messed up. But I can definitely see why, again, Jimmy team's gonna be interested in Jimmy Butler. He's a good player. He can definitely take you from 1A to. He could definitely with the right staff and the right team and the right headspace. You can definitely be a championship contender with him. College basketball, brothers, up and out. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys see the college basketball schedule up on your screen. Tim, what games this week is catching your eye, my brother?
Actually, Kentucky and Tennessee. I like that matchup. Want to see that matchup. That should be a good game from start to finish. Kentucky coming off a loss. I watched a little bit of that game. And I think Tennessee they lost to Auburn. Did they just play Auburn?
Yeah, they lost to Auburn. Yep, they lost to Auburn.
Yeah, they lost to Auburn. Yeah, they lost to Auburn. And a close one. So I'm destined to see how both teams. I want to see how both teams bounce back. And the next one is Wisconsin at Maryland. I like what I saw from Maryland on the road.
At Indiana. That was a big win for Maryland on the road at Indiana for sure.
Yeah. Matter of fact, they got 2 big wins in a row, right? Indiana, and then they beat somebody last week, and I said I want to watch the game. Illinois. They beat Illinois at Illinois. And they actually smoked Illinois. So yeah, I want to see what Maryland does versus Wisconsin. They got a good ball club. I like Queen. I like Reese, little brother, Julian, and they got a guard, number 9. I like him too. So those 2 matchups I'm looking forward to watching.
Got you, man. That's a busy week for Tennessee. Tennessee, they play Kentucky Tuesday at 7 p.m. and then Saturday they play Florida at 12. I'm actually looking forward to that game. Number 5 Florida, number 8 Tennessee. Both of my games will be on Saturday. This one's at 12 o'clock. Tennessee, the SEC is a murderer's row. There's really no easy outs. You might have 1 or 2 teams that are bad, but every game is a tough game. Think about what Tennessee did on the road to the number 1 team at Auburn. Tennessee, in my opinion, was the better team. Auburn just suffocated them on the road, whereas though they found a way to win the game. Well, I should say suffocated them at home to find a way to win the game. So I like this Tennessee team. They shoot threes. They play good defense. So I like to see them play how they play against Florida. Now Florida's Coach Mike White, he was accused of some foul activity. He's actually cleared from that now. So now His mind should be straight. The team's mind should be straight. You know, your coach is here. Nothing. He's been cleared of all charges or cleared of all accusations. So I like this Florida, number 5 Florida at number 8 Tennessee, Saturday at 12 o'clock. My last game, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know me as a Duke fan, so I got to shout out the rivalry. UNC at Duke, Saturday at 6:30. I know you guys think this is an undermanned UNC team. This rivalry, I don't think UNC is going to win this game, but I do think they'll find a way to beat Duke at least one time this year, just because of the rivalry, just because the rivalry means that much to both teams, both schools, both organizations. So I'm looking forward to the next installment of the rivalry. Cooper Flagg will be the number 1 pick in the NBA draft. It all matters just about what team he's going to be drafted to. He's been balling out. Duke, fantastic. Duke has a couple other freshmen. The shooter, Capel. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. Capel, number 7. Capella. I think I say Capella. I can't pronounce his name, but he's a shooter. They got veteran leadership last year with Proctor and Caleb Foster from last year. So I like this Duke team. They're long, they're athletic. And again, I expect UNC to come in and play tough. It's a rivalry game. You know how these rivalry games are in all sports. But in basketball and football, they're just more juiced up even more. So looking forward to Saturday at 6:30, UNC at Duke. As you guys saw, a great week of college basketball. Can't wait to watch some of these games. Ladies and gentlemen, for the best producer in the game, Mr. Everything Ross. For the best co-host in the game, Tim. I'm merely Josh. We'll see you guys next week. We out.
Appreciate y'all.
Fly, Eagles, fly.